I'm Libby. I am a paramedic that lives in Bondi. I recently ran my first marathon, and in terms of work and what my body endures, lots of lifting, lots of lower back niggles, and lots of shoulder niggles.
Okay, so Libby, today we're going to stretch out your shoulders, your lower back, and your hips and glutes in 3 easy postures. So I'll just get you to stand anywhere on your mat, bend your knees a little bit, feet hip distance, and then take your hands behind your back and interlock them. Start to roll the outer edges of your shoulders back. And even here, as she rolls the outer edges of the shoulders back, she's going to get a nice stretch there into the chest. And then bend the knees even more, and just start to fold forward. So you start to draw the chin into the throat, roll forward, but you can always have a bend in the knees. And she's going to take the hands sort of up and over, and if you can, Libby, start to isolate your breath into your chest. Deep breaths in and out of the nose. And you can always start to take the knuckles sort of up towards the ceiling, maybe for some of you up and over if you've got that openness there in the shoulders. And then even bend the knees just a little bit more, make that a little bit easier. If you've been feeling that in your lower back a little bit. Good. Okay, one more breath. And then drop your hands down to the floor, come down onto your knees and reach out into Anahatasana. So from hands and knees, keeping the hips and knees in line, she's just going to stretch the hands out in front of her. Perfect. And what she's going to focus on doing is almost as if she breathes in through this space between her shoulder blades. And then every time she breathes out, she presses the chest down towards the floor. Perfect. And I'd really ground down through into the heels of the hands. Yes, spread the fingers out wide. And it's like she's stretching from her fingertips right up into the sit bones, which press up and back. Breathing out, pressing the chest down towards the floor. It's a really nice one to stay in for, 10, 15 breaths. If you're feeling a little more open in the chest and shoulders, some of you can sort of lift the gaze and rest on the chin. It's not for everyone though. So one more breath there. Beautiful. And then come up onto all fours again, Libby. And just move into pigeon pose from either downward facing dog. Libby's done a lot of yoga, so she knows how to come into this one. She's going to take the right knee forward, slide on top of this left foot, and she just wants to make sure that the hips are nice and square before she comes forward. So if you feel like, let me just roll out to your right side a little bit. This is what we don't want to do, but if you're rolling out to the right side, it's often an indication you need to bring the right heel a little closer into the groin. She's perfect there. She starts to come forward, if it feels okay, onto her forearms or onto her hands. And she rests again, space between the shoulder blades. It can get quite intense here in the hips and the right glute. For some of us, even the right hamstring, depending on how tight you're feeling. And then come up out of that, Libby, and swap sides. So she takes her hands under the shoulders, presses back, and she'll bring the left knee through, maybe even sliding the right foot back a little bit. And again, she checks out that the hips are nice and square. And eventually coming forward, just resting the forehead down, again rolling the shoulders out away from the ears, and it's just a really nice posture to be in for as long as feels comfortable. I like to stay in this one for like 3 or 4 minutes each side if I can. It's a really great release. Take one more breath, and then she's coming up out of that. Great, and just move back into a child's pose for a second. A little bonus here. I'm just going to give her a little squeeze here. Also good for the lower back. If you've got someone at home who can gently massage the spine like this. Excellent. Perfect. Thanks, Libby. Thank you.